band sort of started when I finished school and I went on to university to study a music diploma. I had an assignment which called me to write a song, but when I had finished writing it, I thought it was a bit bland, so I just got George to sing over my track. And we kind of had a lot of fun with it, and our voices worked really well together, and it sort of turned into a sort of hobby. I guess the Sheppard sound it's fun and it's catchy, it's energetic. It's like music that people can relate to, lyrics that people can relate to, sing along to. The inception of Geronimo happened about 2 minutes before we went on stage this one night in Melbourne. Jay had found this booth out the back. It was like a DJ booth behind the stage. Whenever he stopped his boots, it just created this really boomy, reverberous pulse.
We started playing it live, and we immediately got a good reaction from the crowd.
It had been out in Australia for a few months, and it hadn't slowed down at all. Usually a single kind of takes off and it gets to a certain point and then it starts to burn. Geronimo just kind of went and kept going and then sort of plateaued and stayed at its peak for a long time. The same thing is starting to happen in Europe, which is really interesting. Italy was right on board from the get-go, which spilled over into Germany, and then it was Spain after that, and then Austria, and then Poland. Yeah, I think it went to #1 on iTunes in 3 different countries, which is crazy. And top 10, it's still top 10 in about 10 different countries or something, charting in 32 countries, so it's pretty crazy. And even more exciting is the fact that the USA now has picked it up, and all these different radio stations are adding it on all sorts of different formats. So we landed in Los Angeles, and the next day we were lucky enough to perform on the Ellen Show, which was an incredible experience for all of us. Is it up to 800,000 a day? How do you I can't even picture that many sets of ears. That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I don't know where it's sitting on Spotify now, but last time we checked, it was in the top 20 of the most played songs in the world, or most streamed songs in the world. 800,000 a day. It's just crazy to think, a song that we wrote on the kitchen table back in Brisbane has gone around the world and is one of the most played songs in the world. Jay's brother was a cameraman on this morning show in Australia. He was sort of playing around in the backstage, and he handed it to the host of the show, and he loved it and fell in love with our single "Let Me Down Easy," and he just got in contact with Jay and just invited us on the show. My favourite moment on the album is probably the outro to "Smile." It's just got such a rhythmic feel to it. When we first recorded it, I have to admit, I listened to the end of that song so many times, and it just makes me feel so good.
Best Is Yet to Come would be probably my favourite track on the album. I just really like Jay's acoustic riff at the start, and the bridge, Amy's vocals, everything. It's just a great track, and live I love playing it as well.
A favourite part of mine is in Best Is Yet to Come when Amy's voice comes in by herself. It's just so I don't know how to explain it. Really soft and fairy kind of.
There's also a bit in Geronimo when George sings and you rush to me and it sets me free. And I fall to my knees, and there's a really high guitar bit over that, and that whole combination of everything there has so much
crescendo.
Yeah.
Have to be the outro of These People, especially live. That just feels really nice to play, and listening to is great too.
In me, because you remind me of These People, that middle part where we added in just in the final sort of stages, we started to put in this just this da 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 da, and it was really that just feels like the part of the album where it's just everyone's into it, and it's just nothing but this awesome fun hook to sing along to. It's just the quintessential Sheppard moment. I don't know, just kind of letting the music take over and that euphoric feeling. I get that every time.